Okay, so I don't know whether this counts as a craft as such, but I guess it's a crafty thing to do. So what I've got is a couple of packets of serviettes, just cheapy ones. I think these cost me like $2 each. And I have a bunch of toilet rolls. And we're going to decorate the toilet rolls because the bathroom always misses out on all the Christmas fun. So we're going to decorate our toilet rolls. Right, so I'll just open up the pack here and grab out one of the serviettes, or napkins, as some of you may call them. Smooth those ones to the side. All right, we're going to open it up. Open it up fully, like so, and then just place the toilet roll in the middle and roll it up. Now you can put a little bit of sticky tape on if you want to hold those extra little bits, but it really doesn't matter because they're going to be used anyway. Just remind your family though not to flush the serviette down the toilet though, because they're not flushable, obviously. There we go. How cute is that? So easy, so cute, and now it's really Christmassy. So I'm going to do the rest of them up. I'm going to use both the serviettes, and then I can pop them in the toilet or in the bathroom. Okay, so while I'm here doing homely stuff today, I thought I would talk about the tablecloth that I wanted to do. So if you saw my preparation video, I went to the fabric store to try and find a fabric for my tablecloth, but they were all a little bit too pricey per meter for my liking. So I left it and I was going to decide later. I ended up going to Kmart and they didn't have the tablecloth there that they were advertising that I quite liked the look of. So instead, I picked up a quilt cover set, and I'm just going to throw this over the table instead and hope that that looks okay. If it doesn't look okay, it only cost me 20 bucks, so it wasn't overly expensive. It was cheaper than the fabric. And if I don't like it, I'll just put it on my bed, and I've got a Christmassy bedspread. Whilst I was there, I also picked up some tea towels, which match. And with these tea towels, there's 3 in here. I am going to cut these up later in the week and make a bunting for that doorway that's over there. So in the living area, we can see the bunting. Yeah, so that is my little, I don't know, is it a hack? I don't know. I couldn't find fabric, so I'm going to use tea towels. So yeah, let's go put this on the table and see what it looks like. I don't have any centerpieces yet for the table. I'm going to work on them later, but we're just going to put this on the table for now, just to start the house looking more Christmassy. Okay, so I'm coming at you with a voiceover now because I didn't talk whilst I was doing this. I think I was just concentrating and forgot that I was actually filming. Anyway, I'm undoing it out of the packaging, put the pillowcases and that internal bit of cardboard and packaging and everything all to the side, and I'll deal with that later. Yeah, so I'm just saying if it actually fits on the table, which it does. I figured that my bed and the table would be a very similar length, which is fine, but the width was just way too much. It was hanging almost to the floor. So I've gone back a few minutes later and decided to try and fold it, double it up a little bit. Now, folding it in half, it wasn't wide enough to go across the table. It was literally just the width of the table. So I had to kind of go about a third tucked under. Now, I don't think this is going to be such a problem. We're not doing Christmas food here or anything this year, and we don't tend to eat all at the dining table at once. We just kind of sit in one spot or whatever. So I don't think it's going to really matter that it's tucked under. It is more just to make that area look a little bit more Christmassy than it normally does. So as I mentioned before, I'll be popping some centerpieces on later and getting it to look even more Christmassy. I might even attempt some bows, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So that actually ended up pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with how that turned out, just as a bit of a makeshift tablecloth. So I'll be back tomorrow with another craft, so don't forget to pop by and see what I get up to.